It's kind of that sense that you get, like, is this all there is to life? Or I'm not the person I thought I would be. Or another way is like, I seem to sabotage myself all the time. And, I want this, but I don't go after it really. So there are these natural questions that come up. It's what used to be called the midlife crisis, but it doesn't just have that sort of, am I married to the wrong person? Or, should I be living someplace else? Or should I have a different career? I really find it at a deeper level, people basically are saying, does my life have a purpose? Is there something that goes beyond my roles that has some deeper meaning to me? And a lot of times when people come to therapy at that point, they have already got an investment in who they are. And so they have what you might call an ego identity that is defended. Like, I should be a good mother, or, I have to stay married to this person because otherwise I couldn't make a living, or, I promised my children that I would do this or that, and now I find I really want to do something else. There are a lot of really deep existential questions that come up for people in regard to this, what's the purpose of my life? So until you come to terms with what your actual motives are, also included in that would be your ambitions, your desire for success and power, and your fears about your own limitations. You will project those, because the major defense of unconsciousness is projection and then trying to control somebody else to get your way. When you finally see, and you will if you're in a long-term therapy that's good, you finally see that these are aspects of yourself, that is in some way the first step. It isn't in some ways the hardest step, because the hardest step is taking responsibility for them. You really take responsibility for what you've projected into others, whether it's some negative motivation of your own or some ambition or ideal. You're suddenly more vulnerable, because now you have to actually see it in yourself, take care of it in yourself, recognize that you are the only person who really can take care of that, whether it is working with your faults and flaws, or on the other hand, actually fulfilling your ideals and going after whatever your ambition is. And all of these things will put you into a different kind of relationship with your friends and family than you had previously. As you make these changes, the whole deep context of your life changes, and you may find yourself in circumstances that you never imagined. It starts out with really coming to terms with what's been unconscious in you, seeing you have a responsibility for it, and then actually enacting that responsibility in the world, which requires sacrifice and things not turning out in the way you had imagined. Actually, the way I see it personally is that when you start out in a human life, whether you're a male or female, you actually think that you're going to be able to predict and control things. And over time, you find out not only that you cannot do that, but that it's wrong to do that, and eventually that, the only right way to live is actually to take what's happening as the place where things open up, not your ideals. Your ideals, they can lead you so far, and your desires should lead you so far, but the real heroic moment is to be able to accept what there is and continue to engage, whether it's loss or whether it is your own limitations, your failures, or illness or death, From my point of view, the entirety of the life trajectory is an adventure, and we don't know how it's going to go, and it's a very big mystery, and all of us are here not knowing. So we need help from each other. It's like we can't figure it out ourselves. I think you can go the mindfulness route, you can develop skills that way, or you can go the psychotherapy route and develop skills that way. You could take both routes. But I don't think anybody really, really can follow this kind of path without some sort of help. And I think that it's a spiritual challenge. I think we're all challenged by that.